For as long as humanity has dreamt of heaven, it has also pondered the existence of hell. While for some, hell is merely a state of mind prompting repentance, for others, it represents a metaphysical realm where souls face eternal damnation. Surprisingly, hell may be closer to home than we realize, with its myriad of manifestations, from the fiery abyss of Christian belief to the intricate underworlds of Asian mythology and pagan lore. Hell has captivated the human imagination across civilizations. Various religions speak of portals that bridge the living world with the realm of the dead, guarded by terrifying entities. But where are these gates of hell located? Stay tuned till the end of this video to uncover their mysterious whereabouts. And the best part, you don't have to cross over to the afterlife to encounter them. Hit that subscribe button now as we unveil 10 real-world sites believed to be portals to hell. Houska Castle. When you imagine what the gates of hell might look like, it's easy to picture a volcano mouth, a lake, or an abandoned underground cave. But a castle? Located in the north of Prague, Czech Republic, Houska Castle is a Gothic fortress constructed over a large hole in the ground known as the Gateway to Hell. Legend has it that during its construction, inmates sentenced to death were offered a pardon if they dared to be lowered by rope into the hole and report back what they saw. The first person lowered began screaming within a few seconds and resurfaced considerably aged. Houska Castle was built without water, a kitchen, or fortifications, and remained unoccupied at its completion. It served as a protective sanctuary because it was believed that the hole was a gateway to hell. Today, Houska Castle stands as a fortress warding off demons. The Darvaza Crater, Turkmenistan. If you're a Christian, it's easy to picture hell as a place of flames. In fact, the Christian religion describes hell as a continuous burning furnace. No wonder the Darvaza Crater is regarded as the gate of hell, because it's been burning non-stop for decades. Located 3 miles north of Ashgabat, Turkmenistan's gold-paved capital, lies a desolate expanse of desert. At night, the sky becomes a thick blanket of indigo, speckled with constellations of flickering milk-white stars. But just ahead, a great fire burns down on Earth. The Darvaza Gas Crater, a deep chasm of orange flames. The fires in this inferno have been burning unaided since the 1970s, and some say even earlier. The question of how the fire started in the first place has never really been answered, which is, of course, what makes this hellish inferno so alluring. The most common hell belief is that the crater formed in 1971 after a Soviet gas driller searching for natural gas in the Karakum Desert hit on a cave leading to the formation of a huge crater. Toxic methane started leaking into the atmosphere, so, for the sake of the environment and neighboring settlements, geologists decided to set fire to the pit, hoping that the gas would burn out within a few days. 50 years later, the fires are still burning, giving birth to a unique and awe-inspiring natural wonder. Chinoike Jigoku. Some ancient gates of hell, once feared for their terrifying reputation, now serve as unexpected destinations for relaxation and commerce. The Chinoike Jigoku is a prime example of this phenomenon. Japanese natural springs have been renowned since 700 BC, as documented in Buddhist manuscripts. Among these, the city of Beppu boasts one of the most famous springs, known for its deep red hue and ominous appearance. Originally named Chinoike Jigoku, this spring can reach temperatures of 78 degrees Celsius, which historically led to its use in torturing Japanese prisoners. Today, however, it has transformed into a spa that markets the spring's content as body cream. Actun Tunichil Muknal Cave, Belize. Not all gates of hell are recreational like Chinoike Jigoku. In fact, the Actun Tunichil Muknal Cave is quite the opposite. This cave network, situated in modern-day Belize, was once believed to be the entrance to the Mayan hell. According to Mayan folklore, Actun Tunichil Muknal, or Cave of the Crystal Sepulchre, leads to a subterranean realm crisscrossed with rivers of blood, infested with scorpions, and ruled over by a pantheon of terrifying death gods known as the Lords of Xibalba. When the caves were discovered in 1989, archaeologists found fragments of pottery and bones alongside the full skeleton of an 18-year-old girl thought to have been ritually sacrificed by the death gods. Known as the Crystal Maiden, her bones have calcified to such an extent that she seems to shimmer in the light. The other human remains are believed to have been sacrificed to Chak, the Mayan god of rain, while others are believed to have belonged to villagers suspected of witchcraft. Either way, it's clear that the victims were sealed within the cave, probably to ensure their spirits never return to the realm of the living. The Masaya Volcano. Although many places considered to be gates of hell around the world are often dismissed as mere geological phenomena. However, when a governor orders an exorcism of one of these sites, it sparks curiosity and raises a compelling question. Could these places truly be portals of hell? The Masaya Volcano, nestled within Nicaragua's national park, is one such place. According to legends, it was the home of a witch, while others maintain it housed a terrifying deity. The concept of hell came after the arrival of the Spanish and the adoption of the Christian faith. This superstition was so strong that a governor at the time, Francisco de Bobadilla, ordered an exorcism to be performed on the volcano to get rid of the evil spirits. Today, it's a tourist attraction not only for its natural beauty, but the supernatural qualities attached to it. The Gates of Guinea, USA. Are you familiar with the fascinating world of voodoo folklore? According to the legend, the journey of the recently deceased begins in purgatory before they are sent to Guinea, also known as the deep waters in the spirit realm. However, there are hoodoo magicians who may try to reanimate the lost souls as zombies. That's why voodoo practitioners venture to sites like the Gates of Guinea to rescue them from this fate. While some followers of voodoo interpret the 7 gates to Guinea as metaphorical, others believe they are physical, visitable places that must be unlocked in a specific order to access Guinea. In New Orleans, some of these gates are said to bear the sigil of Baron Samedi, the god who reigns over Guinea, known as Veve. The 7 Gates of Hell, USA. In the leafy city of York, Pennsylvania, you'll find a small hamlet known as the Hellam Township. Here, in the heart of a deep woodland, speckled with crumbling manor houses and gnarled, century-old oaks, you'll find the 7 Gates of Hell. The legend sprouted from the forest floor many decades ago. Since then, the tale of the 7 gates has changed hands countless times, with each teller embellishing it with some new and sinister detail. One story maintains that the 7 gates are attached to an insane asylum that burnt down in the early 19th century. The criminally insane inmates fled the smoking wreck only to be trapped by the gates around the property and beaten to death by local police. Others believe that the gates were designed by an eccentric doctor with a penchant for Satanism. Apparently, if you pass through the gates on his land, you'll be sent straight to the underworld. Mount Hekla. Mount Hekla has the reputation to be one of the most terrifying gates of hell in the world. Iceland's particularly active volcano developed a reputation as a gateway to hell in the 12th century. After its 1104 eruption, Benedict's 1120 Anglo-Norman poem Voyage to St. Brendan mentions the volcano as the prison of Judas, the apostle who betrayed Jesus. That reputation continued with further eruptions. After the 1341 eruption, there was a report that people saw birds flying amidst the fire. Birds, some thought, that must really be swarming souls. Even in more recent times, Hekla has maintained its diabolical status, as some superstitious folks have claimed that it's a spot where witches meet with the devil. The Gates of Hades, Greece. Located where the southern tip of the Greek mainland meets the Mediterranean, Cape Matapan, sometimes referred to as Tenero, Cape Teneron, or the Gates of Hades, is a cave system that sits on the needlepoint of the Menai Peninsula. The caves, which are etched into a cliff face below the headland, are located just below sea level, mirroring the ruins of the ancient Spartan temple located above. Those ancient inhabitants believed that this site was one of the entrances to Hades, the Greek realm of the dead. It is said that Cape Matapan is where Orpheus descended into the underworld to rescue Eurydice, only to look over his shoulder and lose her forever. Likewise, Hercules is said to have used these caves to make his way to Hades, where the ancient geographer Pausanias says he managed to slay Cerberus, the three-headed hellhound, and bring him up to the world of the living. Cave of the Sybil, Italy. Our last portal to hell was originally described by Virgil over 2,000 years ago in his classical epic, the Aeneid, in which he tells of a vast cave network with hundreds of entrances that leads deep into the heart of the underworld. However, it wasn't until the Middle Ages that searches for the famous cave would commence in earnest. While you will find sites all over Italy claiming to be sublime grottos, the actual site Virgil described is thought to be the Antro della Sibylla, which now forms part of the Cuma archaeology site outside of Naples. Uncovered by archaeologist Amadeo Maria in 1932, it is here that Virgil's Trojan hero Aeneid encountered a Crimean Sibyl, an oracle and priestess who guides him through the descending caves and into the mouth of hell. The gates of hell are open night and day. Smooth is the descent and easy is the way. If this video intrigued you, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the second part. We'd love to hear from you about other places that are believed to be gates of hell that we haven't explored yet. Please drop them in the comments below. We'll make sure to feature them in our next video. Thanks for watching. Remember to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our future videos.